Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to CAPIC's Daily Immigration Update. My name is Burcu Akyol, and I'm joined by my co-host, Alessandra, who will deliver the update in French. Alessandra?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
Nice. Yeah, no, good. The sun is out.
Yes.
So, now
happy.
we need to wait for the temperature that goes with the sun, but we'll be fine.
You're right.
Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à notre bulletin quotidien sur l'immigration au Canada qui nous permet de faire le point sur la situation actuelle. Je suis Alessandra Attias et je suis avec ma collègue Burcu Akyol qui va faire la présentation en anglais.
Yes, today we're going to give you some good news about temporary foreign workers with employer-specific work permits who lost their jobs during the pandemic, and we will share with you the emergency processing measures recently released by the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program.
Alors, aujourd'hui, nous allons parler des bonnes nouvelles qui ont été annoncées hier par IRCRC au sujet des nouveaux permis de travail pour les personnes qui sont déjà au Canada, ainsi que quelques mises à jour sur le programme des provinces de l'Ontario.
Well, yesterday, IRCC announced new measures to support employers and temporary foreign workers who have been impacted by COVID-19 pandemic. The temporary public policy will remain in effect until it is revoked by the minister. The policy exempts temporary workers from certain requirements when changing jobs. Alessandra?
Alors, hier, IRCC a annoncé de nouvelles mesures pour soutenir les employeurs et les travailleurs étrangers temporaires qui ont été touchés par la pandémie de COVID-19. La politique publique temporaire demeurera en vigueur jusqu'à ce qu'elle soit révoquée par le ministre. La politique exempte les travailleurs temporaires de certaines exigences lorsqu'ils changent leur emploi.
So what's going to happen with the implementation of this policy? Temporary workers who are already in Canada and who are changing jobs will be able to start work in advance of a final decision on their work permit application. Let's give an example. An employee who is on an employer-specific work permit has been laid off. Under existing rules, this person cannot work for a new employer until they obtain a new employer-specific work permit. If they meet the eligibility criteria with this new policy, they will be able to begin working in a new job while their work permit application is pending.
So, if I'm not mistaken, because I was looking at the details this morning, because of course at 7:45, I got a text from a client saying, does that apply to me? So I was like, hold on, 7:45, let me get my head straight here. So I looked into it, and I actually believe that it's not automatic. We need to apply through the web form.
Yes.
Right? That's what I found.
Yes, we submit the work permit application and then submit a web form to request authorization. And also there are templates that they need us to submit with our request through web form. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I need to do that when we finish this for my client. I promised I would do it today. Alors, donc, que va-t-il se passer avec la mise en œuvre de cette politique? Les travailleurs temporaires qui sont déjà au Canada et qui changent d'emploi pourront commencer à travailler avant que la décision finale sur leur demande de permis de travail soit rendue. Par exemple, un employé qui est titulaire d'un permis de travail spécifique à l'employeur et qui a été mis à pied ou qui va changer d'emploi, en vertu de ces nouvelles règles, cette personne... Pardon, en vertu des règles existantes, normalement, cette personne devrait attendre que le nouveau permis de travail soit approuvé pour commencer à travailler. Or, si la personne satisfait à certains critères d'admissibilité, la personne pourra commencer à travailler pour le nouvel employeur avant même que la réponse soit rendue. Par contre, comme je discutais avec Burcu il y a un instant, parce que j'ai un client qui m'a déjà posé la question très tôt ce matin, la procédure, c'est qu'il faut d'abord déposer la demande de permis de travail et ensuite faire une demande web form pour demander l'autorisation de commencer à travailler avant qu'il y ait une réponse sur le permis de travail.
Okay, and we should also add that the measures also include an exemption from providing biometrics. And our listeners can find all the details in the program delivery updates. We can share the link in the comments section of this video.
OK. Alors, les mesures comprennent aussi une dispense de fournir les données biométriques. Vous trouverez les détails dans les mises à jour que nous allons publier dans les commentaires de cette vidéo. Anyway, someone who had already done the biometrics wouldn't have to provide them again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, mm-hmm, because the centers are closed. Yeah, they will be exempted.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question. Also, no, I think that it's important that we indicate that this procedure can only be done after the work permit application has been submitted. So if you needed an LMIA in order to get the new work permit, you will have had to go through all the steps. Yes. I don't want people to think that, you know, this is a miracle solution, I can just apply for a new job. No, you still need to go through the steps, and once you have, then you can request the authorization.
Yes, we have a positive LMIA, and the employee, the worker, will apply for the new work permit. Well, actually, under the existing rules, they have to wait, right? They have to wait for the work permit application to be processed and finalized. The good thing is now is that they don't have to wait, but there must be a positive LMIA, right, for
That's
them to
the
be.
only thing, just you don't have to wait anymore, but you still have to do the whole process.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay.
I will translate that. Hold on, let me translate that for our French speakers. Et alors, ce que nous avons discuté avec Burcu juste maintenant, c'est que, rappelez-vous, ça, c'est une mesure temporaire qui vous permet de travailler avant que votre permis soit approuvé. Ceci étant dit, il faut déposer la demande de permis. Et donc, si vous étiez obligé de faire un OINP et une demande de CAQ, il faut de toute façon tout faire. Donc ça, c'est vraiment juste pour ralentir la phase finale. Mais le processus de votre demande ne changera pas.
Okay, so shall we continue with Ontario? Okay,
Yes.
On Monday, the Ontario PNP published temporary special measures regarding processing the applications in different streams. In the Ontario job offer streams, to be nominated by the province, an applicant must have a job offer for a position that has been approved by the Ontario PNP. If this position has been terminated, sorry, Alessandra, okay, translate. I'll continue.
Okay. Lundi, donc le programme des provinces de l'Ontario a publié des mesures temporaires spéciales concernant le traitement des demandes dans différents volets. Dans les volets d'offres d'emploi de l'Ontario, pour faire sa demande, un candidat doit avoir une offre d'emploi pour un poste qui a été approuvé par le programme de l'Ontario.
Okay, so if the position has been terminated as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak, the application cannot be approved. And Ontario PNP intends to contact employers to confirm that employment conditions still meet program criteria. If the employee has been temporarily laid off and the employer confirms the continuation of employment after things go back to normal, they will put the application on hold for a period of up to 90 days.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great because that's an option right now. People may not be able to get the hires they had planned to, but they will when all of this is over.
Yes,
Very
yes,
clever.
They clarified a lot of things actually. It's a good update. Yeah.
Yeah. Donc, si le poste a été résilié à la suite de l'éclosion de Covid-19, la demande ne peut pas être approuvée vu qu'il faut qu'il y ait une offre valide. Par contre, le PNP, le programme de l'Ontario, va communiquer avec les employeurs pour confirmer que les conditions d'emploi répondent toujours aux critères du programme. Et si l'employé a été temporairement mis à pied et que l'employeur confirme la continuation de l'emploi après que les choses reviennent à la normale, alors la demande sera juste mise en suspens pendant une période maximale de 90 jours. I'm assuming that if the situation was to drag on, they would top up the 90 days.
Yeah, probably they will publish another update and yeah, may further clarify. Yeah,
but we don't know.
Yeah, they won't need that. I hope. Okay, Alessandra, you mentioned that one of your clients need an authorization letter for family reunification, right? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, thank you for asking. So as I was telling you this morning when we talked first, one of my clients got his work permit approved in February. And the family was supposed to follow on towards the 22nd, 23rd of June. And now that the borders are closed and everything, it got a bit complicated. We didn't know what to do anymore. Shall we apply for the work permit? But anyways, the work permits are not being processed, and the time frame for France is 15 weeks anyways. I mean, this was going a bit insane. So we decided to apply for an authorization to enter for the family members, explaining that this was not just, you know, a trip. The family is actually moving. There's a moving date. There's the movers coming to collect things from their house. And they need to be here. They need to be able to isolate for 14 days before they can go to customs and release their shipment. I mean, there's a whole logistics when a family needs to move. So we submitted a proper explanation via email with all the supporting documents proving that the family already has a residence here. You know, we submitted hydro bill. We provided the numbers of the ETAs for all the family members. We committed that as soon as it would be possible to apply for the different permits for everyone, that would get done. And we provided a plan for the 14 days isolation. So actually I named myself as the person that will bring them groceries before they land, so that all this is possible. We applied on Monday. They're supposed to respond within 48 hours. We're still waiting for the response, but maybe next time we talk, I can give you
yeah, that would be great. Yeah, actually, we talked about it yesterday in the COVID-19 analysis presentation too. By the way, it was a great, very comprehensive presentation. Well, you know, getting the authorization letter is one thing, and also when they arrive in Canada, you know, the CBSA officer should be satisfied that the travel is an essential travel. They are really it's urgent that they enter Canada. So we also, the presenter mentioned a case, and I know someone, they were issued an authorization letter to be able to fly to Canada, but they were not allowed to enter to Canada, to enter the country, because their travel was not deemed essential by the officer. So it is really, really important to present the necessary documents, not only during the, you know, authorization letter request part, but also, you know, during the entry.
Well, I'm hoping that moving as a family, so the father can start his new job, which is active, while non-essential, but still active, that this would be a good enough reason, because otherwise it simply means that there's no good enough reason to move. I mean, to come.
Yeah. Let's hope for the best. Yes, hopefully they will get their letter and they will arrive in Canada safely.
Yeah, what you're worrying me about is that they may get their letter, but then the border officer may decide not to let them in and send them back. That would be.
Well, I think if they're prepared, you know, with the necessary documents and the explanations, I think you can prepare them really well, and then they'll be able to come here safely.
I'll make sure they have their papers for the movers and everything. I'll translate that. Alors, nous étions, oh, and then I have a questions about biometrics, if I may. We'll talk about it together. Let me translate that before. My mind goes somewhere else. Alors, je discutais d'un cas, donc d'un client qui a obtenu son permis de travail en février de cette année et la famille devait arriver fin juin lorsque leur déménagement aurait quitté la France. On avait prévu de faire les permis de travail au point d'entrée, la fiche de visiteur pour les enfants, etc. Et en fait, avec l'interdiction d'entrer au Canada, tout ça, c'est un peu compliqué. Donc, on a fait une demande par email avec une lettre bien explicative en expliquant que la famille doit déménager, que c'était dans les plans, les lettres d'acceptation des enfants à l'école, la preuve qu'ils vont déménager, ils doivent pouvoir s'isoler pendant les 14 jours pour pouvoir après dédouaner leur déménagement, etc. On a présenté un plan d'isolement, la famille a déjà leur résidence, on l'a prouvé avec une facture d'Hydro-Québec, par exemple. Donc, on espère qu'ils seront approuvés. Et Burcu me disait qu'il faut quand même faire attention parce que malgré le fait qu'on puisse obtenir une lettre d'autorisation pour entrer, il se pourrait qu'au point d'entrée, l'agent de la SFC, en fait, ait un avis différent, qu'il considère que le voyage n'est pas forcément essentiel. Donc, on vous tiendra au courant sur la suite des événements. I had a question about biometrics. For a client, well, we applied before confinement, and then she couldn't get an appointment for the biometrics before May 4th. Obviously, the appointment has been canceled 24 hours prior. Mm-hmm. She was actually very excited the day before she called and she said, my appointment has not been canceled yet. And sure enough, 2 hours later, she got a message that she couldn't go. And now the problem we're having is that the next available appointments are way beyond the 90 days of the biometrics that she's allowed. So I'm not sure what to do. I can send a web form.
Well, yes, yeah, it's really bad. Also for students whose intake is in September. I mean, I have a client who applied from, for a study permit inside Canada, and his intake is in September. And the same issue, actually. We couldn't still give biometrics, and I don't know what's going to happen. Actually, I'm really expecting to hear from IRCC that they're waiving the biometrics requirement for the people who are in Canada. What do you think?
That would be fantastic, not only for the ones that are in Canada, but let's put it mildly, the foreign students are a large, how should I put it, politically correct? I mean, they're a good source of revenue for Canada, right? Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of student permits for people that are outside that were supposed to start in September that are in process, but they couldn't do the biometrics yet. Now, it would be kind to let them do the biometrics at the point of entry if we mm-hmm. want these people to actually come. Having said that, McGill announced that the first semester would be online. L'Université de Montréal announced that the first semester would be online, in September. So we're a bit in an uncertainty period.
Yes, yeah. And every day something new, happens, and we're learning every day, right? So we'll see. Let's wait and see what's going to happen.
Let me translate
biometrics.
Yes, let me translate that. We were, actually, I have a case about biometrics that I wanted to tell you about for essential workers. Mm-hmm. But first, I'll translate what we just said. I'll try to make sure that I don't miss out on anything. Alors, nous étions en train de parler des données biométriques. Aussi bien Burcu que moi avons des clients qui sont actuellement au Canada et dont les demandes sont bloquées parce que, nos clients ne peuvent pas faire les données biométriques, ce qui pose un sérieux problème. Et donc, on se demande si le gouvernement va finir, et c'est une question qu'on se pose, si possiblement les demandes pourront être approuvées sans les biométriques, car il est impossible de les faire. Et je disais que j'ai des étudiants qui sont actuellement à l'étranger, dont les demandes sont en cours et qui ne peuvent pas donner les biométries non plus. Donc, on se demandait s'il serait possible, exceptionnellement, à un moment, de peut-être faire la biométrie au point d'entrée, comme ça peut se faire avec certains permis de travail. C'est des questions qu'on se pose. Voilà. I was just underlining that we're asking questions. Okay, we're not trying to set a fact or anything. We're just wondering.
Yes, we're just wondering.
Yeah. So I wanted to mention about essential workers that I had a work permit approved for a nurse from France within the 2 weeks and without the biometrics. They approved her without the biometrics, yes. They probably will do them when she lands.
Yeah, and that's how we learn as well, right? Something happens and then we experience it and then it's a learning moment, right?
Exactly.
Different times, really. Okay, so yeah, continue, please.
Je disais qu'une de mes clientes, qui est une travailleuse essentielle, vu qu'elle est infirmière, a eu son permis approuvé, bien qu'elle n'ait pas fait la biométrie. Et donc, elle fera la biométrie au point d'entrée. Voilà.
Okay, so we've come to the end of our daily immigration update. Please follow us every day at 3 p.m. for new recommendations. And remember that we meet with IRCC and ESCC every 2 weeks so that we can send them your questions and get answers. And remember to send your questions if you have any. Also, please subscribe to My Consultant YouTube channel and visit our webpage, myconsultant.ca, where we post reliable information on immigration programs and updates during the COVID-19 crisis. And stay well.
Alors, merci de nous avoir suivis encore aujourd'hui pour les nouvelles et les recommandations. Rappelez-vous que nous rencontrons donc nos partenaires du gouvernement une fois toutes les 2 semaines, donc un mardi sur 2, afin de leur poser nos questions, vos questions et d'obtenir des réponses. Donc, rappelez-vous de nous envoyer vos questions pour qu'on puisse obtenir des réponses. Aussi, rappelez-vous de vous enregistrer sur notre YouTube channel de myconsultant.ca et de nous suivre pour avoir nos recommandations quotidiennes tous les jours à 3 heures. Merci, prenez soin de vous, respectez les consignes du gouvernement et rappelez-vous, si vous avez des questions, consultez vos collègues, consultez un consultant. Thank you.
Thank you, Alessandra. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next time.
Always a pleasure.
Take care.